Indulgence, Mr. Speaker, to answer. Senator Nyamu, Mr. Speaker, again, she was raising the same issue about the protests that happened last year and the people who were affected. And I beg your indulgence, Mr. Speaker, to answer that question together with the statement that was already before this House. Mr. Speaker, Senator Cherege has continuously continued with this song of the minister must resign. Mr. Speaker, I think it's important to say this because I will be coming to this House over and over again. And every time I came to this House since I was appointed a minister, this same senator is only talking about Murkomen must resign. Mr. Speaker, when I was the Minister of Roads and Transport, Cherege used to argue that I must resign because many people are dying because of road accidents. When I left the ministry, Mr. Speaker, he has gone quiet. Suddenly, there are no road accidents. Mr. Speaker, when I went to the Ministry of Sports, it is the same Senator Cherege who kept saying I must resign. In fact, in one incident, there is a team that went for a volleyball tournament and they lost. And he said the minister must resign. Mr. Speaker, since I left the sports ministry, he has never been able to talk about performance of the volleyball team or the football team. And he never said that I must resign. When I came to this ministry, Mr. Speaker, he never waited for 2 months. He said the minister must resign. Mr. Speaker, all this resignation is compounded around a theme of the minister is incompetent. Mr. Speaker, Senator Cherege was my student. I taught him, not one subject, not two subjects, more than 2 subjects. Mr. Speaker, his performance was below average. Mr. Speaker, he has no legitimacy at all, Mr. Speaker, to question my competence or performance.
Honorable
Mr. Speaker,
Honorable CS,
and I will table the results if it is required.
Honorable CS, Honorable CS, the academic performance of any senator is not something to be debated here.
I will go further, Mr. Speaker. I will not even talk about it.
Honorable CS, kindly conclude and allow the other witnesses.
Mr. Speaker, since you gave him good time.
We only have 20 minutes to be shared.
I need 2 minutes of right of reply, Mr. Speaker, and I will be done.
Conclude.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, when I was a senator here, the biggest debate I ever had in this chamber was police brutality against the senators who were being arrested so that they don't vote in this House. Mr. Speaker, when I stood in this chamber and told the Speaker he must not sacrifice Kenya, it was because Senator Malala had been arrested, Senator Keleleko had been arrested, Senator Lagata has been arrested, Mr. Speaker, to reduce the numbers of people who are voting to defend people from marginalized areas, including Kilifi County. Mr. Speaker, that time, Senator Cherege was opposed to any process. He told the Speaker in this chamber, and the answer will bear me witness, that we must progress and vote because, Mr. Speaker, he cared less. Mr. Speaker, if performance is anything to go by, anyone else can assess my performance, not Senator Cherege, Mr. Speaker, in that regard. Mr. Speaker, I want to say this, that and I can say many things, which I don't need to say here, but I want to conclude by saying, Mr. Speaker, this chamber is a very serious House. If I always have to come here for one individual to always be talking about incompetence, he must resign. That is a normal song every day. It doesn't provide evidence, except what he used to do here to ask questions, Mr. Speaker, that are procured from out there. What else does Senator Cherege feel like he has done in this country? I must say that we must respect each other. We must respect people's offices. We must respect it. And when people question you the way some senators have questioned me here and asked me about my performance, I respect them because it's objective. But not every time you say this and that, Mr. Speaker. He reduces this august House, which I served gladly, Mr. Speaker, to a place of vendetta. Mr. Speaker, I beg to submit and I thank you.
The IG, please. You may take the stand and respond to the questions that are...
Fantastic. Good Good evening, wherever you're following us. Political discussion here taking place at Flick 24. And where you're following us from, if you're following us here for the first time, make sure you tune in today. And every time we have the show 10 p.m. East African time, where we're discussing more about what is happening politically. The trending news we have in this country is the speech that was given by the Minister for Interior, Kipchumba Onesmus Murkomen, whereby he said that they have ordered, they have instructed the police that anyone else who is coming to loot or is coming to destroy properties in the police station, he or she must be shot dead. And a lot of Kenyans have reacted to this. He also condemned the issue of the CNN correspondent, that is Larry Dow, whereby he was reporting live. And CNN was live during the Gen Z protests in 25th June this year. That is a Kipchumba Murkomen, but even during the time when he was in the roads, we have been knowing Larry Maduo for always doing God's work, because if he live broadcast then directly to the CNN, then the whole world will see that Kenya is having protests, and that is why most of Kenyans also love Larry Maduo as the Kenyan representative in the whole world. Most of leaders have reacted to the Gen Z protests, but what really touched me is the issue of looting properties, whereby a lot of people inside the Nairobi city lost their properties, business were destroyed, and I saw the other day the businessmen and women crying after they came to see what happened. But of course, we will also be discussing all those. So joining us here, make sure subscribe to Afrique 24, share your views, and also tell us what do you think about this protest. Also, now after so the Mama Mboga crying around the OTC and also Kangemi, Kitengela, Nairobi, a lot of people lost their properties. Now, who will save the Mama Mboga? Yet the Hustler Nation is still there and is not helping the Mama Mboga. Now, who will save the Mama Mboga? We are bringing Alex to give us your views about Kipchumba Murkomen saying that police should shoot anyone who comes just close to the police station. How do you have to say about this? Is this something that we expect from the cabinet secretary?
Good evening to you, Bonnie, and thank you for hosting me once again on tonight's political show. So, and to anyone who is watching us from anywhere, should consider subscribing and joining the political talk show so that we can break down what is happening in the country. So, sorry. First of all, I think the CS for security spoke in the moment. When I say in the moment, I feel like he spoke because he was angry that some police officers were attacked and they were beaten by maybe goons or even protesters. So I think that's what angered him in that moment. That's why he spoke with a lot of anger, saying that if if anyone gets close to a police station, he's supposed to be shot. But if you find him right now, Bonnie, he can't say the things that he said before, because right now he is calm. He's not under the anger which he was in that moment. So it's wrong of him to say that anyone who gets close to the police station should be shot. Because what if somebody is going to report on an issue? Are you going to shoot an innocent Kenyan who is going to report on an issue that has happened against him or her? You can't shoot a victim. And for you to shoot somebody, Bonnie, there has to be some sort of reason. You see, and you can be charged, you can even be jailed because Kenya is a country which is governed by the constitution. So in order for them Bonnie to fire a gunshot at somebody, they have to have a very very good reason that cannot make them be jailed. So the CS should just come clean and apologize for the words he said and tell Kenyans that he spoke in the moment which he was angry, and the the security is supposed to serve its citizens, and yeah, I think that's what he should do.
Kipchumba Murkomen, of course. And also, he commented about Larry Madowo. Is this a stopper for Larry Madowo to stop he coming to the country to cover those protests? Because
No,
they have been having that war with Larry Madowo.
you see, once again, Bonnie, yes, that's why I say the CS is missing the point. Protests are supposed to be broadcasted because the people need to see what is happening in the country. You see, something like the June 25th protest. It's a historical day in this country. It's a day which will never be forgotten, be it a holiday or not. It's a day which will stick in the minds of Kenyans for years and years to come. You see, so Larry has each and every right to come back and showcase what is happening in the country because the Kenyan protests are a big thing, which the whole world is watching. You have seen Nigerians commenting on the Kenyan protests. You have seen Tanzanians. We have seen Ugandans. We have seen people from Ghana. We have seen people from UK. We have seen even Kenyans born outside Africa in the states carrying out their protest. So it's something which has to be shown because people need to see what is happening in the country. And you see, Bonnie, also, if the protests are not shown, how will we be able to find out, Bonnie, people who commit crimes? How will we be able to identify the goons who break into people's shops and vandalize the property? How will you be able, Bonnie, to spot the police officers who shoot innocent protesters? It's through broadcasting. It's when we can be able to have some evidence that this or that had happened. If the BBC Bonnie did not carry out the documentary they did, and for them to carry out the documentary they did, it had to be shot by journalists. It had to be broadcasted. People had to shoot. So for them it was just about analyzing the details to find out who was carrying out the killings. You see, so in order for that to happen, there has to be the process have to be broadcasted so that we see what is happening in the country. And if anything happens, Bonnie, let's say a police officer shoots a peaceful protester, we can clearly see and we can use that as evidence to charge them in the court of law, or even vice versa. If protesters attack police officers, we can we can have the evidence and we can charge the person who is attacking the officers, and I think that's objective. So protests have to be broadcasted whether the CS likes it or not, and you cannot intimidate the media because you feel like you can yes, you can intimidate mainstream media and tell them not to broadcast the protest live, but you can't control the internet. There's TikTok, there's Thread, there's Instagram, there's YouTube, and people are on social media. They have their own accounts, so you can limit mainstream media, but you cannot limit the internet because people will still see the protest. And the online media, there is Kenya Online Media, which will showcase the protests on their YouTube channels, and they will even get more views. See, so actually, if you block mainstream media from showing the protest, it's giving a chance to the local Kenyan online media on YouTube to get more views.
Mm. Because also I watched the protests that were ongoing and seeing the Communication Authority of Kenya directing the mainstream media to stop broadcasting that protest, then it's something that also shocked a lot of Kenyans because we don't expect the Communication Authority of Kenya to give those directives. And also, this is also something that I think will also come to affect the Communication Authority of Kenya. Safaricom also I think it was also involved during this protest because the rate of bundles and also the internet connection was very poor during the 25th protests, whereby a lot of Kenyans are coming out to cry for the government. But now, this organization also released statements. I saw Safaricom releasing statements. I saw Communication Authority of Kenya releasing statements saying that they are not directly involved during this process. But also, do you think also the government is trying to use these major organizations that ensures the Gen Z are active, the likes of Safaricom, the likes of Communication Authority of Kenya, as the likes of the police, NPS? You know, the government. Do you think also this is something that will affect the income and also make these companies to maybe break down in future, because Kenyans are looking for alternatives. Like Safaricom now, we have Starlinks wherever is coming in. Kenyans are trying to ignore this internet because they are saying whenever they are trying to cry for the government, then there's this involvement. Do you think the government is directly being involved in this organization like Safaricom to control protest?
So yeah, Bonnie, that's a good question. So as for now, I believe things like Safaricom are predominant in the game because of M-Pesa. I think M-Pesa is the biggest factor which is keeping millions and millions of Kenyans in M-Pesa. So, but if you take away M-Pesa from Safaricom, then you have damaged Safaricom highly. Because I can say if you remove M-Pesa from Safaricom, it's not different to Airtel, it's not different to Telcom or even Starlink. So, but M-Pesa is a very big factor which is used by everyone in the country. So that makes it difficult for the people who want to nullify Safaricom to be able to castigate it. But I think Safaricom has a lot of questions to answer to the citizens because they have been accused many and many times of being a part of the. Sorry, they have been accused many times of being part of and being part of the team that is making the that is making the they have been accused of enhancing the abductions in the country. So I believe they have so many questions which they have to answer to the citizens about the abductions, about them interfering with the protests that were held on June 25th. So they have many questions which they have to answer to the citizens. And you can't bite the hand that feeds you. You see, because those people who, if it's true, they are slowing the internet down for, those are the people who use Safaricom and hao ndio wenye wanakulipa. So and it's high time the citizens acknowledge that Bonnie, that it is them who have like all the sovereign powers. Because as I said recently, if the day the citizens realize that it is them who employ the police, they are the masters, not even the politicians who speak the way they want. Even they have to show we are the masters, we are the reason why you guys are able to put food on your table. So you guys have to give us mutual respect as we do. Then I believe, Bonnie, there will be a lot of leverage in the Kenya country.
Kigumo mwegoko mweshimiwa wanyu monyoroko ya andu aguthiete ni andu manana ngai ni mwamukira andu aithe ni twaiguithania ni mukunyitirira riu ndaumagara gucaria arata ni muguikaria mucii ni mukugiria guku gutuike gitumiro gia kurehwo noe na kureho maboco Nimoko gitira geteo gitu. Tanyoba itu. More than one term cut one term. Wagabu anasema ni one term. Harambe. Kasongo haende asiende. Mimi nikimalizia, I want to say one thing. Nimeona, I have seen William Ruto saying that he is not going to allow rogue police officers. The rogue police officer called Lagat works under the instructions of William Ruto. When I was in Kasarani, Mweki PCA, it is William Ruto who called Lagat and told him to withdraw police officers so that goons can come and attack us inside church. William Ruto, how can you say you don't want rogue police officers when you are the one who has made them rogue because you are the one who gives them instructions on what to do? Sisi tunataka tuseme, hata wale watu walitekwa nyara huko Marakwet, postmortem imefanyiwa, wamepatikana, they were also tortured. Na nilisema there is a squad of 101 police officers that was formed upon the approval of William Ruto, attached to the National Intelligence Service for high-level training on abductions, torture, and extrajudicial killings. So, however, William Ruto, if you are serious, first order the disbandment of that unit that you founded for the purposes of torture, for the purposes of abduction and extrajudicial killing. Direnda kumwira atiri andu aitu mwiyumiria nimbo kwiyumiria na muikare muriri itho niguo nimugweka uguo na murora muno akunyaniria ruriri turenda mekirwo rurita kagogo niguo mekirwo rurita ki na kwi andu turikinya manjia guthii utuku tumekire mbugi ngingo niguo nigetha magioka tukamenyaga andu athabatha bari ndakena muno ndakinya wa Monjoro ngeithanie wa Monjoro ni murioka gucera.
Innovative approach to carry out development in our country, and it is doable and it is possible. Kwa hivyo tushirikiane katika njia hiyo, na mimi nataka niwaulize Wakenya wote tuungane, tushirikiane, tufanye kazi kwa pamoja. Uchaguzi inakuja 2027 na Wakenya wataamua mambo ya uchaguzi 2027. Kwa sasa tushirikiane, kila mtu afanye kazi mahali ameajiriwa. Ikifika wakati huo kutakuwa na mtihani, 2027 kutakuwa na mtihani. Wale watapita mtihani wataendelea, wale wataanguka mtihani wataenda kulima, na dunia itasonga mbele. So Kenya inatakikana tuwe namna hiyo, tukijua ya kwamba tusiharibu muda wetu mkubwa tukigombana ugomvi pande hii, sijui nani atafanya wapi, sijui nani ndio nini. Hiyo ni saidia kwa sasa. Kwa sasa tuzalishe chakula, tusaidie wakulima wetu, tusaidie kilimo, ituzalishie chakula, ituzalishie mambo ya agro processing, itupatie bidhaa ambayo tutauza nje ya nchi, tuweze kudhibiti uchumi wa taifa letu la Kenya. Tujenge affordable housing, wa Kenya watoke katika slums. Tuhakikisha kwamba kuna bima ya afya ambayo haibagui nani yako na kazi, nani hana kazi. Tuhakikishe ya kwamba tuko na amani katika taifa letu la Kenya, ili uchumi ikue na sisi wote tujivunie kuwa wa Kenya. Sisi ni nchi ya demokrasia. Umesikia vile Atwoli amesema wako na demokrasia kule Kotu na kuko na demokrasia everywhere. We want to build a strong, democratic, united, prosperous nation that all of us can live in and be proud of. And it's not going to happen. We are going to make it happen. And it's going to be a product, a prosperous Kenya is going to be a product of decisions that we make. We cannot be prosperous if we don't make the right decisions. We cannot develop if we make the wrong decisions. We must make the right decisions for the country to grow. And I want to promise the people of Kenya that I will always make the right decisions to make sure that Kenya makes progress. Because I owe it to the people of Kenya to make the right decisions. Sometimes they may not be popular, but they are the right decisions that will change the destiny of our country. If I did not make the right decisions in 2022, if I did not stop the subsidies of fuel and unga and all the other things, we would not be talking today that Kenya is the 6th largest economy in Africa. We would be talking about something else. So tunataka tushirikiane namna hiyo, tufanye kazi namna hiyo, and I am very confident about the future of our country. Kenyans, we have the best country that we can have. We should be proud to be Kenyans. And we must do whatever it takes to make this country great. We must avoid convenient decisions that only helps us to mark time on the same spot. We must make the decisions that will make Kenya progress and move forward. And I want to assure you that as long as I'm president, I will make the right decisions that will make this country move forward, because I believe in the prosperity of our nation. I want to thank all of you for joining us today in this wonderful celebration of 60 years of KOTU, and to commit to you that we are going to...
Yes, that is the president. And also the same thing that the president said the other day, like 2 weeks ago, it is what he repeated today. Today he was questioning and asking, okay, you people are saying Ruto must go. Ruto must go 1 term. Go where? That is what he specifically asked Kenyans. Go where? 1 term. Follow constitution. If you have the best manifesto, then sell it to Kenyans. Because he was also saying that he has tried to build 2,500 households for the housing projects. Now, if you have the best manifesto, come and sell more than 5,000 to Kenyans, then sell the manifesto, then they will vote for you. But you cannot just come to the streets and say, Ruto must go 1 term. Go where? If you saw that video, how did you react to it? Because the president looked so sad, very hurt by the protest.
So, Bonnie, the thing which I've noticed from what is ongoing today and from what the president has said is that I think at this point, even him, he feels like he has had the toughest time in office. And mostly it's because he has brought this to himself, Bonnie. There is no way in 2022, Bonnie, millions of Kenyans wake up early in the morning to vote for you, to put you in power, and for you just to go in power and forget those people, Bonnie, the way he did. That is, it's very unlawful, you see, because when ile wakati alikuwa anauza sera, he told people serikali ni ya Mboga, bodaboda, it's a bottom up economy, wenye wako chini wanakuja juu, unaona. So those people put so much faith and trust in him. Even today, I saw an old video where Obina was the one who was carrying the wheelbarrow while Ruto was sitting on it, to show that even him, he was part of the people who supported him at that time. And for you to even see him in the protests which were there on June 25th, it shows you that he feels like he made a very big mistake. So you see, Bonnie, at this point also the president is even him is wondering what to do, because I don't think there's a president who has seen more protests going around in the streets as much as President Ruto. But I believe Bonnie, Ruto was the person, given the position he was given, he was the person who was supposed to supersede all the presidents who have been there from Kibaki, Uhuru, and the likes. So for him to put in a very poor performance in the first 3 years which he has been in office, there is a lot for Kenyans to question because you feel like he has let the people down. You see, from the Adani deals, the Ketraco deals, from the Gen Z killings and the abductions in the country, Boni. The economy is not running. There's no money for the kids to sit for the exams. The nurses are not paid well. You see, Boni. The roads are not yet built. So there are many issues that are yet to be addressed. That if we are to say we need to address them, Boni, where do we start and where do we finish? And the fact that it's like the president doesn't listen because last year people went to the streets and held protest, Boni, time after time after time again. They held a lot of protests in the country. And 1 year later, Boni, from the 2024 protests, 1 year later, people are back on the streets. And after that 1 year later, where people gave him a wake up call, he hasn't reacted in a positive manner by delivering. He hasn't reacted well to it. So you see, so that's why I said some few days in a show, Bonnie, where we are headed at the moment as a country. You will govern this country, Bonnie, by only integrity and accountability, and that's the trajectory this country is taking. So it's either you shape in or you shape out. Also today I saw him saying that he can go to the village and practice farming to be able to try and boost the economy of this country. That's a very viable option for the president to do. So if he loves this country, I believe he will do that uh, because uh, because no one is banning the country. Can't say that people are banning the country. People are not banning the country. People are coming together for a common goal. So the good thing about this thing, one, is that it has united the people. It has shown the people that the regime is not bigger than the citizens, that the power belongs to them, and the citizens have responded well.
Nasema one time, where is Ruto going? You must look for the best manifesto, of course, to make President Ruto one term. But the main trending thing that is happening currently is the situation whereby Murkomen said that police are allowed to shoot someone who is coming to protest. We saw the other day a live bulletin being used by the protesters. We saw people saying that this is something that also needs to be stopped. We saw people complaining about the police being brutal. They even wiped a boy. We talked about that. But now I was also following up on the conversation whereby Gashago, of course, he was not seen anywhere during the protest because a lot of people also said that he was the one who was paying, but no one knew that this is Gashagwa paying the protester. But I cannot imagine if this is Gashagwa. No, these are Gen Z just coming out to give their cry to the Kenyans. These are the Gen Z who are just willing to push the government to do what it promised to the Kenyans. But Gashagwa is saying one time, one time. Now, he was also questioned today about the DCP party, and he said that this party is national. We have members from Narok, Kisii, Kisumu, and also anyone can join this party. Is Gachagua a threat to William Ruto?
Absolutely, he's a very big threat because I said Rigathi Gachagua is bringing some sort of opposition that this country hasn't seen in a very long time. So he's a huge threat to Ruto, and you see everywhere he goes, he injects. Let's say Gachagua is good at banter because he's not somebody that you would want to mess with, because ukisikia even the banter that he gives and politics, what is politics without banter? So Gachagua makes it interesting by using the banter because he's very good at it, and he has all the time in the world, Boni, to be able to attack William Ruto and reveal all the secrets that people never knew, like the one he spoke about the RSF. So I think they impeached the wrong person because right now Gachagua is in a position whereby he's going to attack him and Professor Kithure Kindiki each and every day until 2027 election. Gachagua will not sleep. He will keep on injecting each and every day.
Alex, umepotea?
I finished what I'm saying. Over to you, Bonnie.
And but I want us to be united as a people. Kenya is much more important than any one of us. If Kenya burns, we have no country. You've seen around us, Somalia, from 1991 up to today, is in turmoil. Look at South Sudan. Look at DRC. Look at Ethiopia. And some other countries around us here. It is better to have peace that we're having here and push and go and have a peaceful election than to have turmoil in this country. Because if it disrupts, you don't know the end. That is the message that I want to convey here. And finally, I want to say that Parliament must not try to change the Constitution because of narrow ends. The Constitution that we brought here brought devolution. Devolution need to be defended. Today there's a Gazette notice, they are saying that they want to amend the Constitution in order to legalize this CDF national government. What does national government have to do in the counties? In counties, we have counties which have got executive powers to implement. Let the national government let go of resources to the counties as provided for the Constitution. Health is devolved, provide the fund down there. Roads also, is devolved. You don't need Kura and Kera. Have only Kenha for the national government, dealing with international highways, national trunk roads, and feeder roads, and leave all the other roads in the regions to counties and send the money down there. Why should you be building markets for counties? Let counties build a market themselves. How about affordable housing? Let counties build affordable housing. Then you will not be talking about 15%. You will be talking about 35 to 40% devolved funds. Then you can blame the governors if they're not working. But you cannot blame Governor Sakaja for roads in Nairobi which are not under his jurisdiction. Most of the roads in Nairobi are not county government roads. They are all Kura and Kera roads. What is Kera doing outside Nairobi as a city, the capital of the country? So let devolution work in the honor of Dr. Garu. I want to end by saying, may the Lord rest his soul in eternal peace. Thank you very much.
Yes, that is one of the members who joined the government. Raila Odinga is the government currently, and he has been so silent. What do you have to say about Raila Odinga before we come to the end of the show?
I think his political career is slowly coming to an end, and it's not the end that that most people would have wanted for him, being somebody who has pushed so much for some of the changes in the country, like the multi-party system. Raila is somebody who has fought for these people. He has been loved so much by this nation. But I believed he missed the point last year by choosing to work with the failing regime, and I blame his advisors for not telling him how things are on ground. So, and imagine, but you can just make one mistake of lasting with a failing regime, and you lose millions of your supporters from different parts of the country. So, but he also has his reasons for having an MOU with the government, and so if it works for him, good. But he has lost the street cred, which also the respect that people had for him, and all the support from the many counties in the country. So for him, if it works for him being in this part of this government, and he has the chance to implement some of the things which were in his manifesto, because right now he has an MOU with the government. So let them do what they have to do and see what Kenyans will choose for in 2027. But for him, it's not the ending that Kenyans would have wanted for him. But he knows what is best for himself.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Of course, it has been a fantastic one today. Of course, discussing about Murkomen and how the politics in this country are taking the shape. So we meet here, same place. Let's also discuss more about what is happening in the world of politics. Your party shows, Alex?
Thank you once again, Bonnie, for hosting me for this amazing political talk show. I hope we very soon we will be more in the studio to have debates and break down things that are happening in the country. But for anyone who is watching Africa for the first time on Facebook, X, YouTube, or wherever, consider subscribing. I see there Gypsy Corner in the comment section. Gypsy Corner, thank you for joining us, one of the best fans we have on the platform. So if anyone is joining Africa for the first time, should consider subscribing and to join the political shows which are hosted five or six times a week, and we build the platform, we grow. It's a platform that has to reach many people, because it's the voice of the people. Thank you.
Fantastic.